Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to make this Italian style pizza with 3 different toppings of my choice. I hope that you will try this recipe and that you will like it. So to start with the dough, you will need 4 cups of flour, 2 cups minus 2 tablespoons or 480 ml of lukewarm water, 3 teaspoons of salt, 5 teaspoons of yeast, 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. So to start, we will add the yeast to the water and mix that well together and leave it to activate for 5 minutes. Next, I'll mix the salt and the flour so that it is evenly distributed and make a well in the center. I'll add the oil and the water yeast mixture and mix everything together. Once a dough is formed, I'll take it to my bench top and start kneading it. This dough is sticky, so bear that in mind. I'll start kneading it with a method that I've showed previously and explained in my faux gas bread recipe, so you can check that. And basically I'm just slapping the dough to the workbench and then fold it on itself, give it a quarter of a turn and repeat. After 5 minutes of kneading, I'll put some flour on the surface and start kneading the dough further for another 5 minutes. After that, I'll sprinkle some more flour on the working bench and start rotating my dough to form a ball, as you can see. Then I'll transfer that back to the bowl and cover it and leave it in a warm place to rest for 6 hours. Now traditionally pizza dough is left for 24 hours, but if you want, you can just leave it for shorter period, though the texture and the taste will differ. So in the meantime, I'll start preparing the sauce, and for that we will need 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 4 tablespoons of tomato sauce or ketchup, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, olive oil, 1 tablespoon fresh thyme, and 1 tablespoon dried thyme, salt and pepper to taste. So I'll start by sauteing the crushed garlic in the olive oil over medium heat until the garlic becomes golden. And then we will add the tomato sauce and the tomato paste and mix that together. I'll add a little bit of water and mix that and leave it to simmer on low heat for 5 minutes. After that, I'll add the fresh and dried thyme, salt and pepper to taste, and mix that for another 1 minute, and then turn the heat off and leave it until we'll use it later on. After 6 hours, the pizza dough have risen quite nicely, so I'll knock it back and put it back on my working bench, which is lightly floured, and then I'll cut it into 4 pieces. And then each piece I'll form it into a ball by tucking the sides to the center and rotating, as you can see. I'll cover the balls and leave them for 15 minutes to rest. Now I'll lightly grease my baking tray and grab my first ball of dough and spread it in a circle. and then I'll spread some of the sauce that we've prepared earlier on it. And then the first one, I'll make it a Mediterranean style, but it's really up to you what kind of topping you want to do. So these are only suggestions. So for this one, I'm putting some green pepper, some red onions, zucchini, halloumi cheese, black olives, cherry tomatoes. And then I'll bake that in an oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes or so. The second topping that I'll be putting is mushrooms, green peppers, tomatoes, and red onions, and bake it the same way. And the last option is a semi-cooked topping. So I'll start by sauteing some onions in olive oil, adding diced green peppers, diced mushrooms, and saute that for 5 minutes. Then adding diced tomatoes, seasoning. Now I'll spread that on my last pizza and bake it in the same way. So after the face bake, I'll sprinkle some cheese on top. So I'm using a ready mix, a special pizza ready mix, which has mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, and Parmesan cheese. So I'll put it under the grill for 5 minutes or until the cheese has melted and become lightly golden. I hope that you will try this recipe and that you will like it and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, check my previous videos, and follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and on my website. Have a good day. Bye.